everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 sci-fi movies that exceeded expectations.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
So do you know what's gonna happen? You done all this already? As me?
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
For this list, we're looking at science fiction films that achieved surprising success and/or were much better than anyone believed they would be. If there's a surprisingly good sci-fi movie you're shocked to see us leave off this list, be sure to let us know about it in the comments. All right, let's get into it. Number 10, Pitch Black.
They say most of your brain shuts down in cryosleep. All but the primitive side. The animal side.
David Tui's action horror film follows a group of survivors whose spaceship crashes on an alien world. They soon encounter deadly creatures that only come out at night.
Finally found something worse than me, huh?
When the planet's long night begins, they're forced to rely on violent criminal Richard B. Riddick to survive, because he can see in the dark.
Where the hell can I get eyes like that?
Between its relatively modest budget and lack of established action stars for the time, Pitch Black had everything working against it. However, the movie proved to be a surprising success. It doubled its profits at the box office and became a cult hit. The film also helped make Vin Diesel into an action star and spawned 2 sequels. It's a moment we want to remember.
I want you to remember this moment.
Number 9, Moon. An astronaut working an extended solo mining mission on the moon learns that he may no longer be alone when he encounters a clone of himself.
Find him outside. Find him outside. By the stall harvester. Who is he?
Although Duncan Jones's directorial debut feature film was made on a small Hollywood budget of $5 million and didn't dominate the box office, Moon managed to turn a profit, but its true success lies with its critical reception. Character actor Sam Rockwell's dual performance as the astronaut and his clone earned tons of acclaim.
What do you think, Tess is back home waiting for you on the sofa in lingerie? What about the original Sam? Huh? I'm the original Sam!
The film's story also received plenty of praise, particularly from the scientific community. To paraphrase another famous man on the moon, Moon may seem like a small step for movies, but it felt like a giant leap for cinema.
I want to go home.
Number 8, Looper. Before director Rian Johnson became, depending on who you talk to, the best or the worst thing to happen to Star Wars, he made this intriguing sci-fi flick. The film follows Joe, a gunman who disposes of victims sent from the future. But everything changes when he fails to take out his future self. His older counterpart quickly escapes and leaves Joe in a world of trouble.
So do you know what's gonna happen? You done all this already? As me?
I don't want to talk about time travel shit. Because if we start talking about it, then we're going to be here all day talking about it, making diagrams with straws.
Although Looper features some impressive star power, its average budget and the relatively unknown director kept expectations low. The film's major success at the box office proved that anyone who underestimated it was just out of the loop. Number 7, District 9. When 1 million malnourished aliens arrive on Earth, they're made second-class citizens and placed in an internment camp. This leads to severe mistreatment. One hapless government official learns what it's like for the aliens firsthand when he starts transforming into one of them.
What is happening to Mom? Just breathe deep. What is happening to Mom, Doctor?
The film's documentary style leaves it a sense of gritty reality. Even when the screen is full of special effects, everything that happens feels down to earth. A sci-fi movie set in South Africa that serves as an allegory for apartheid sounds like a recipe for controversy instead of a blockbuster. However, viral marketing and word of mouth led District 9 to become a surprise smash hit.
I can't believe I get paid to do this. I love watching the prawns die.
Number 6, Back to the Future.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Let's travel back in time to the 80s for a moment. Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale have been shopping around a script for a time travel movie that's been rejected at least 40 times. But eventually it gets made. While Zemeckis and Gale truly believed in the project, they never could have expected it to become the pop culture juggernaut people know and love today.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Back to the Future received numerous accolades and spawned multiple sequels, a TV cartoon, and even a musical. Marty and Doc Brown's time-traveling adventures become a crucial sci-fi staple. It's hard to believe there was ever any doubt that it would be 1.21 gigawatts of fun.
Great Scott!
What the hell is a gigawatt?
Number 5. Blade Runner 2049.
Look at you.
Quiet, now I have to sing.
Sure, this film was a box office disappointment, but then again, so was the original Blade Runner. Although it performed poorly in theaters, the first Blade Runner has since been hailed as a masterpiece.
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
Anything with that kind of reputation is going to be a tough act to follow, especially since the film had a new director and added another writer to the script. Fortunately, critics loved Blade Runner 2049 too. Its stunning visuals and fresh yet familiar themes about the human condition added up to a movie that was every bit as fascinating as its predecessor.
Did you miss me?
Number 4. The Matrix.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
While Keanu Reeves had appeared in a few hit films throughout the 90s, he still was far from the superstar he is today. This is probably why he wasn't the studio's first choice to play Neo.
I know Kung Fu.
In addition, the plot of The Matrix seemed pretty out there for the time. But all the doubts and everyone's minds were blown away by the intriguing philosophical concepts and groundbreaking special effects. The Matrix not only became a runaway success, it also spawned 2 live-action sequels with a third on the way. What's more, it inspired many imitators and probably helped the leather clothing industry make a mint. Number 3. The Terminator.
Come with me if you want to live.
It's hard to believe that the tale of a robot assassin sent back to terminate the mother of humanity's future leader wasn't seen as a potential hit before its release. Okay, maybe we see why people were skeptical.
How could that man just get up after you did?
Not a man. Machine. Terminator. Cyber9 Systems Model 101.
It also didn't help that before this project, the only movie that James Cameron had directed was Piranha 2: The Spawning.
Excuse me, I've got business to attend to. Back on Earth.
Even star Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't sure if playing the Terminator was a good idea at first. But the Terminator proved to be more memorable than anyone could have foreseen. Not only was it a tremendous success at the box office, it jump-started a massive franchise that's endured for decades.
I'll be back.
Number 2. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial. Who knew the friendship between a young boy and an alien would resonate with so many people? Before E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial became a cinematic classic, it had to overcome huge obstacles from its own studio. Several high-ranking people at Columbia Pictures, the company who originally had the rights to the film, thought E.T. was too much of a kids' movie to be successful at the box office. When Universal made a deal to distribute the film, it became the highest-grossing movie in history up to that point. Since then, E.T. has been re-released in theaters, brought in generations of fans, and immortalized Reese's Pieces. One of these honorable mentions I made fun of a lot before it came out, but then I saw it, and it was actually one of the greatest action movies I'd seen in a very long time. Go figure. So let's check out those honorable mentions, and then we'll see which sci-fi movie exceeded expectations the most. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. After Burton's panned reboot, this movie rose to the occasion. Star Trek. This reboot boldly went where few had gone before.
Maneuvering thrusters, Mr. Sulu.
Thrusters on standby.
Take us out.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Edge of Tomorrow. A familiar time loop narrative was improved with epic action.
Come on! The ship is going to explode! What are you doing?
Find me when you wake up.
What?
Come find me when you wake up.
Gattaca. It was a box office flop, but critics loved its take on genetic engineering.
Congratulations.
Well, what about the interview?
That was it.
Dark City. Many assumed it was a Matrix ripoff, but Dark City came out first.
So it seems you've discovered your unpleasant nature.
How are you?
We might ask the same question. Yes. Sleep now.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. We know, it seems impossible now to think that Star Wars wouldn't succeed. But the confidence wasn't strong with this film before its release.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong in this one.
The studio thought an adaptation of the novel The Other Side of Midnight would be their hit. On opening day, Star Wars was screened in a grand total of 32 theaters. Even George Lucas himself wasn't sure it would be a success. He realized it was big when he saw fans going crazy for it on the news.
What?
Yahoo! It proceeded to smash records and become the highest-grossing movie ever made at the time. It also launched a huge multimedia franchise and is still a dominant force in pop culture today.
Great shot, kid! That was 1 in a million!
Meanwhile, we doubt you've heard of The Other Side of Midnight. I know it's obvious to you now that these movies are awesome, but a lot of these movies are questionable on paper. Yeah, even Back to the Future. Maybe especially Back to the Future. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments if there are any sci-fi movies that exceeded your expectations. We all need new movies to binge. Or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton or on my YouTube channel. See ya!